This is a demo to explain the functionality of the product Storeroom, which is built for QuickBooks. When you install the product, the inventory setup panel here has all of the inventory from QuickBooks that automatically comes across into Storeroom. We then allocate groups of people that can use it with various levels of authority, which you can see there on the screen. To initiate an individual user, you use this screen here, and particularly this screen here, and you set him up as to what levels of authority he can have. Here we set up locations so that from the inventory that has come into Storeroom, we can set up locations. Here you'll see that I have a main default central warehouse as one location, and then I have 2 RON warehouses, 2 Kate warehouses, 2 test warehouses, and a demo warehouse. To set up a new location, I simply name it and give its location. I can then, using this screen here, bring in the products that I want to bring into it, and I can bring in the users that are allowed to use it from that screen there. Moving on, I want to show you now the functionality of the product. In terms of processing out of the warehouse, we use the screen here, which is an order screen, and I'll start by doing an order. I'll simply choose a customer which is sunk to QuickBooks. I'll then choose the warehouse I want it to come out of, which is my warehouse, and I'm going to then choose by selecting a part there, which I've done, and across here you'll notice I'll open that up. There's a little history there of the selling prices of that product, and if I wish to change that at the level of authority that can do that, I simply put that in there and double tap that and lock it in, and I've set a new price. To then effectively create an estimate, I simply save it and I close it. Now I'll just find that one for you here, and I'll bring up here and there we have it. There should be a new item open there, number 19th today, no 18th today, and there's an open item there. So I'll just click on that there, and there it is. Now when I want to create a sales order, I simply confirm that and close it, and I'll come back up here again and look for that, and there it is there. And at that stage I want to invoice it, so I simply hit process and close that, and you'll see there that that has been, wait a minute, you'll see there that that's been processed and closed off. Now I'm going to show you that in QuickBooks. If I come through first of all here to estimates, and I come into my previous estimate, I've created an estimate there for an assembly number 208. If I then move on to the sales order I created and come to the previous one, you'll notice there that sales order 201 refers down here to estimate 205. And if I then move through to the tax invoice and I come into the previous one there, I have a tax invoice for an assembly there, and I have the next tax invoice. I've got a sales order reference there, and I've got an estimate reference there. So moving on, now I'm going to show you the packages functionality. Now a new package can either be a purchase order on a supplier, or it can be a transfer between warehouses. I'm going to first of all do a transfer between warehouse. So I'm going to transfer something out of my Melbourne warehouse into my Sydney warehouse. And I'm going to indicate here a transfer by typing in TR, and I'm going to now pick an item there which I'm going to transfer, a stock item, and I've chosen that fan. and I'm putting in one of those, and I'm indicating I've started that process. I simply save it and close it. Now I'm going to look for that now. I'm looking for that, and I have it there. There's my fan. Now when I have indicated that I've shipped it, I put that in, and yes, it now indicates it's being shipped. And then when I want to receive that, I simply indicate that I've received that into store at the warehouse level. I hit receive and close that, and that's closed off. Now in terms of that product there, which is closed off, if you remember there it was a fan, I'm going to come up here into inventory items now, and this summarizes all of those, and I'll look down here until I have fans, and you'll see there that there's Ron's two warehouses, and I'm going to refresh this button now and come back down again, and you will see that it has updated that fan there. My warehouse has gone up into that one and reduced one from there. So now what I'll do is I'll come back into packages, and I'll do a purchase from a supplier. So I choose the supplier tab there. It throws up the suppliers I have. I'm going to use the test supplier, and I'm going to buy something from him and put it into my Melbourne warehouse. So in this case I indicate a purchase order, and I am going to put that in there, and then I'm going to choose the item. I would mention here that the product uses set, so whatever we're regularly using becomes available for choosing it. I'm going to indicate that that is now in the process of being purchased, and I have it there, so I click on that. There it is there. I indicate that it's been shipped, and that will update that there, which it has. There it is there, and now I'm going to simply receive that in one of those, and that there I receive that and close it, and I've had that closed. So now if I go here into purchase orders and I look at that one there, then I've got one of those assemblies received in full there in QuickBooks, and within Storeroom that item will have come into our inventory here. This inventory items here reconciles with the QuickBooks inventory items. I'll just quickly show you that. Over here, here is all of your one only warehouse which is available within QuickBooks, but that is being reconciled with this warehouse here, which has many warehouses. That is the end of the very brief demo of the product. Thank you.